Good evening, everyone. I'm Brandon Redmond with IndianaWeatherOnline.com, also with Whitewater Broadcasting, bringing you an update this evening as we're tracking a potential winter storm that could impact the area Monday night and Tuesday. First, let's take a look at the current radar because we do have a pretty impressive storm system affecting the southern states right now. You can see down in this area we got heavy snow and a wintry mix of freezing rain and sleet falling across portions of Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, into Georgia. Winter storm watches and warnings in effect for those areas. Farther north, we have a second storm system that's beginning to come together, and that's the one that's going to ultimately affect us Monday night into Tuesday. This is going to slide to the southeast and bring heavy snow across the region, like I said, beginning Monday night and continuing during the day on Tuesday. Looking at the forecast map for today, you can see that second weather system up here across the northern plains. We have that other weather system affecting the southern states down here across the southeast. The storm system across the northern plains is going to eject southeast, and the one across the south to the northeast. Eventually, those are going to combine over here along the northeast coast, and that's going to provide some pretty significant snow across the northeastern and mid-Atlantic states by the middle portion of the week. Looking at our current watches and warnings, we do have winter storm watches here in effect for portions of southern Ohio. The reason why those winter storm watches have been issued is because those states require less snow to reach winter storm warning criteria. Generally down there in those areas, those portions of Ohio, southern Indiana only require 4 inches, where the rest of the state requires 6 inches, hence the winter storm warning. Back out here to our west, we do have winter weather advisories, also winter storm watches and warnings in effect for that storm system that's ultimately going to affect us Monday night into Tuesday. And it's kind of cut off here on the map, but if you look to our south, winter storm warnings and ice storm warnings in effect for much of the deep south. It's that major winter storm basically shuts down many large cities, including Birmingham, Atlanta, and portions of the deep south over the next 24 to 48 hours. Looking at the forecast map for tomorrow afternoon, we're going to see that snow really getting going across portions of the plains from Kansas, Missouri, up into Iowa. Still watching that messy winter storm across the south. Here in the Ohio Valley, we're going to see a nice dry day, but that won't last long as we watch that weather system across the plains eject east towards us as we go into the day on Tuesday. Looking at our exact track forecast, Tuesday 8 a.m., we have this low pressure system here across portions of southern Missouri. Basically, we're looking for a track here across northern Kentucky into southeastern Ohio and eventually into Pennsylvania. What that means is the heaviest snow is going to be left here across portions of Indiana into Ohio. And by Tuesday at 8 a.m., we're going to see snow overspreading much of the area. Looking at our snowcast snowfall potential from IndianaWeatherOnline.com for Tuesday into Tuesday night, it does look like the heaviest snow is going to fall out here across portions of Missouri and into portions of far western Illinois where they could see 7 to 9 inches. Another heavy snow band developing here across portions of Indiana into Ohio where 4 to 7 inches is possible. And pretty much the rest of Indiana and Ohio are going to at least be looking at 2 to 4 inches, possibly as much as 5. And like I said, a heavier band across portions of central Indiana into central and west central Ohio where some enhanced lift and banding could set up where we could be looking at anywhere between 4 and 7 inches. One other thing is as this system does scoot to the east of us, we're going to be looking at some gusty winds. Could be looking at some blowing and drifting snow across the area, so of course we'll be watching that pretty carefully for you as that could create some travel problems as we head into the day on Wednesday. Looking at the rest of the forecast for the rest of the month, we are watching what could be a potential Arctic outbreak looming. It does look like the Arctic area is going to make a pretty good headway into a good portion of the United States by the end of January. Looks like that Arctic air could slide all the way into the portions of the south and southeast. Here in the Ohio Valley, we're going to be looking at much normal below temperatures. The farther north you go, brutally cold across portions of the northern plains, where they could be looking at anywhere between negative 20 and negative 10 degree temperatures as we head into the portions of the end of the month. So, of course, we'll keep you updated on that. We'll also keep you updated on this winter storm here at IndianaWeatherOnline.com as it begins to impact the area over the next 24 to 36 hours. Stay tuned, and I'll keep you posted. Have a great evening and a great start to your work week tomorrow.